You know, sometimes when I drop the content, I feel like I'm being rude, or I feel like I'm doing something I'm not allowed to do. And today it's a bit like that because we're talking about an iconic Nike SB Dunk High, the Skunk. And what we're talking about is the upcoming release of the reverse Skunks and why I personally don't like them. And I just feel like I'm doing something wrong. It's almost like it's blasphemy or something, or there's some rule that I'm breaking. And we talked about this last week, and a few people hit me up with comments in the videos that we talked about it in last week, and they were like, nah, dude, you know, if there are no rules in this, if you just call it how you see it. And I've always called it how I saw it at this channel, and I've done something close to 500 videos so far, and I've always called it how I see it. And sometimes, you know, it doesn't go that way, and sometimes it does go the way that I said it. Sometimes everybody else says one thing and I say another, but I stay true to form on that. And that true to form today is what brings us to this video. And what I'll be doing for you today is unpacking why, for me, I do not like the upcoming release of the Nike SB Dunk High Reverse Skunk. This is a Talk About a 23 Sneaker channel, Talk About a 23 Sneaker channel. It's my Nichi soon on day, my Nichi Michi Design. Every single day from Tokyo, Japan, I bring you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And what we're talking about is the upcoming release of that reverse Skunk, an iconic sneaker from 10 years ago. The Skunks, the SB Dunk High Skunks, the SB Dunk Skunk. There must be a way of saying that. And they were a green sneaker, predominantly a green sneaker with hits of purple on there. Today, what we're talking about is the reverse Skunk. So we take that hit of purple and make it a purple sneaker, and then the green is now the hits and the little detailing on there. So for me, and I don't know if you just heard that right now, but I'm shooting at home because of this coronavirus thing, and I'm pretty sure that's my little girl's just woken up. Yeah, I think that's my little girl's just woken up, so I don't know if she's going to come through and interrupt us, and I don't know how much of this is going to make it into the video, but I have talked in recent days about how the coronavirus has us in lockdown, and that means that I'm shooting from home on the green screen, and things can go wrong, and this is the first time that things have kind of hinted at going wrong, and hopefully I'll be able to get to the end of this video without my little one coming through and just like creating havoc, knocking over the camera, ripping down the green screen and stuff like that. So I better make this quick. I better get into this as fast as I can so I can get through this video before, you know, the whirlwind that is a 2-year-old comes in and tears this place apart. So without further ado, let's get into why it is that I'm not a huge fan of this sneaker. Now, this sneaker is a throwback to 10 years ago, and hopefully behind me here on this green screen you can see the original green ones from 2010 and those Skunk highs. My favorite feature on them was actually the insole, that really cool Skunk insole on those guys, which is apparently repeated on these guys again in a different colorway, but it's a cool feature and a signature feature on there. But I'm gonna go. I'll start off with that reason. Usually when YouTubers, you know, put something semi-controversial in the title, they leave that to the very end of the video and then finally tell you what they're talking about. But I prefer to just get that out of the way at the start. Maybe it means that people leave the video quicker, but I don't know, it feels more authentic to me. So basically, straight off the bat, the reason why I don't like these reverse Skunk SB Dunk Highs is because they're purple. And what I mean by that is that the originals, again behind me here, a green sneaker with purple hits on there. I think you can kind of get away with a green sneaker in a way, or a green sneaker doesn't look that, I don't know, it doesn't look that wild maybe, and the purple hits on there, it really works, if you know what I mean. It's a bit like a red sneaker. Red sneakers are acceptable in a way. And for me, a green sneaker fits my eye. I don't have a problem with a totally green sneaker, purple hits on there. But then when we look at this updated version, a totally purple sneaker with the green hits on there, it's just like, As soon as I saw these, I thought back to this right here. What that right there is an Air Jordan 1. I think it's a high. I don't think it's a mid. I think it's a high. And some people call it the Joker. Some people call it the Incredible Hulk. But basically what it is a green and purple Nike Air Jordan sneaker. And it looks very similar to these guys right here, these SB Dunk Highs, in that predominantly purple colorway. So for me, it's just because it's so purple. It reminds me of Joker. It reminds me of Incredible Hulk and stuff like that. And I don't know, it just doesn't, the actual colorway doesn't sit well with me. What does sit well with me is the materials, the roughed up suede materials, very cool. I do actually like the concept of taking that old sneaker and totally flipping it. And as far as I can tell, they have totally flipped it. For example, if you look at the old ones here, there's two different colors of green as you pan along the medial or the lateral side of the sneaker. And you can see there's a sort of lighter and a darker shade to the green on there. And then if we flip it up to this upcoming release and again use that sort of panning effect to go along the side of the sneaker, you can see it's not just one purple, but when you get into that midfoot area, it's a deeper and a darker purple. So even though it's a color flip, they've also gone with that kind of blocking flip as well. So where the light and the dark greens were on the originals, now you've got the light and the dark greens on the these upcoming releases, these reverse skunks. Then when you get into that, the swoosh, it's also a flip out on the swoosh, and it's more of a sort of gentle olive sort of swoosh on there. But what isn't gentle at all is the two ends of the sneaker, top and bottom. So we'll start up at the top and look at the tongue branding on there, because that's absolutely popping in your face colouring going on there. There's nothing subtle about that. The OG ones, if you look at them here, you can see it's a bit more subtle, and there's not, it doesn't really jump out and off the tongue at you. But then if we flip that around and have a look at this upcoming release, you can see there's a major amount of color going on in there, and it's a real pop off of the sneaker. And that's the same for the outsole if we go down to the outsole. And there's two things that I particularly do like about the outsole. I like how loud and bright the green is on there, in contrast to that olive kind of color swoosh that's on the side. But I also like that the stitching through the purple midsole is done in green as well, because I think it just adds a little bit of character to the sneaker, and a little touch of sort of class in there, if you like. So for me, I mean, like the sneaker in itself, the construct of it and the way it's designed and the way it kind of honors the original colorway, yes. It's just too purple, it's just too Joker, it's just too Incredible Hulk for me. So that's really where I sit on why this isn't the sneaker for me. Now, there is something I wanted to get to in this video, and I'm saving this for the end because it's for the people who watch my videos through, and I do, I'm speaking to you guys directly right now, that I've always said, it's always been there. It's been there on my channel about section for as long as I've had the channel. And I've always said in my videos that, it's about me learning as well. I don't stand here and pretend to be an authority on sneakers, to know everything there is to know about sneakers. Part of this having a channel is about me learning about sneakers through making these videos and things like that. And I have a question that people out there probably will know. The sneakerheads the world over will probably know this. And it is to do with the sneaker. And hopefully what you're looking at is the lateral side there. And you can see that, I think it says 1 of 420 on the side of this, which hints to there only being 420 of these guys going into the shops and being on sale, so it makes it a rare sneaker right there. But the thing that I don't know about, and again, SB guys out there probably know this, sneakerhead guys out there probably know this, but this is all about me learning at the channel as well as about, me giving you that information about upcoming sneaker releases and things like that, is I don't know what the significance of the 420 is. Now, I do know these guys are scheduled to drop on April the 20th, 420, so I know that there's a tie-up there between the drop date and the branding on the side of this, but something deeper than that. There's more to it than that. It's not just the release dates and the branding on the sneaker. There's a reason they're choosing April the 20th, but I haven't really dug into it to find out why, and I'm hoping somebody out there will give me that information and say, that April the 20th is significant in dunks because of this, I did do, I think it was the Griffey, were they mids? I don't know if they were highs or mids, the Griffies, a couple of weeks ago, and it said, I think it said 58 on the side, and I thought that was, that's, they're mids actually, aren't they? And the 58 represents the 5 as an S and the 8 as a B, like SB. So I was trying to think if maybe 4 and 20, like there's some link to the SB, but I can't make the connection myself. So if you know what that 420 means, why is April the 20th so significant, please do let me know in the comments down below, and I will truly appreciate that I get to learn from this as much as I get to put the content out there. For now though, it's time for me to sign off, and thank you guys for checking this out. Hopefully you appreciate my view on why I don't like these reverse skunks. I know that a lot of people out there will probably just go straight to them just as a concept. They'll like them without even looking at them, if you know what I mean. That's just not how I roll, and that's my take on them. If you have a different take, feel free to hit it up in the comments down below and let me know. If you agree, let me know as well. For now though, it is time for me to sign off, and thank you guys for checking out my content. Lucky us, my little girl didn't come in and rip this place apart. She might be next door being held at bay by Mrs. Butter to stop her actually getting in here right now. But for now, I better sign off, go and see what's going on next door. But all I want to do is what I do at the end of every single one of my videos, which is say thank you for checking out my content. But because I do this every single day, that means that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.